here's what I feel, and I hope that the rest of you feel it too. As I posted on X, uh, cryptically, but I only wanted the people who understood to understand it. I don't want everybody to understand it. And my post on X was just this. This is why. That's it. This is why. What I mean, of course, for the few of you who don't know exactly what that means, is that in 2016, when I decided to, I didn't know I was doing it at the time, but quickly I figured it out. When I decided I would throw away my entire social life to back Trump, and when I eventually threw away my entire career, which even before I was canceled, my licensing business and book sales went to went to almost nothing because I was supporting Trump. I sacrificed everything. I sacrificed my social life. I sacrificed my career. I sacrificed my reputation. I may have sacrificed my health. And I did that because I believed it was worth it. Today's the day. Today's the day. I'm really happy I lived long enough to see it. It was worth it. It was worth it. Not just for this, but it was worth it. It was worth it to be right. It's worth it to be right. As you know, Trump doesn't become president without 100 things going the right way. I like to think I might have been one of the 100 things that went the right way so that he could get elected and we could get something done. Save the country, maybe save the world. But it wasn't free. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't easy. But every one of you who's watching right now probably shared a little bit in that pain. Probably every one of you said, you know what? You're not going to tell me who to vote for. You know what? You're not going to manipulate me. You know what? I'm going to do what I think is right, and I'm going to follow this all the way. You all did that. All the MAGA supporters, you all took a personal and professional risk for the benefit of the country, and you knew that it was going to cost you dearly. You lost family members, lost your daughter, somebody says. Yeah. A lot of you lost family members. You lost friends. You lost jobs. It cost you money. And you were right. In the end, you were right. You bet the right way. So, even though you could say, Scott, this is more about Israel than it is about the United States, and it is. But it seems to be an emotional touch point that seems to touch everything. It seems to touch the world, including the United States, most heavily. And what it does is it just puts Trump in a whole different category where now he can do even more things that were impossible. Because people are going to look at him and say, okay, you did the impossible one time after another. What else can you do? And we're probably going to find out. Maybe it means we get better trade deals with China. Maybe you can wrap something up with Russia. That's going to be a tough one. But you know that I've been all in since 2016. All in. I bet it all. I just bet everything. I bet everything to get to this point. The golden age. So here we are. Here we are. So I don't even know if I want to talk about the news today. It just feels so good to be on the right side of history. Because you never know. You never know if you're going to be on the right side of history. But boy, are we on the right side of history right now. So unless there are aliens in that comet, maybe things are going to look good. Anyway, we have some background on why Hamas finally caved. I guess Egypt and Qatar were going hard at him, saying it was the last chance. Turkey was going hard at Hamas, telling them, you better get this done. And they were getting a lot of pressure from their own people. So basically, it got to the point where everybody outside of Hamas was telling Hamas, you got to end this. There was essentially nobody left on their side. So it got done. So being in the right place at the right time helps, but it still had to be Trump. Only Trump could have gotten it done. And then the last person to agree was Netanyahu, and Trump bullied him into saying yes, and I'm sure Netanyahu was happy about it now.